It's interesting. Over the years, again, I don't have children right now, but as I was working with a lot of early stage founders of businesses, one of the things a lot of them said was from a school system perspective, where they wanted to actually live so that it was tied to a specific school zone. And so it's very interesting how they were making decisions around that. It makes sense. But then also how, if from a economy and community development perspective, with your city's economic developments, how something like this and how successful it is can be a huge marketing angle that can be around it. Where from a public perspective, I still don't think I've ever seen something like that. Maybe it's behind closed doors and with the specific meetings with companies and things like that. But it sounds like it's something that from a perspective of standing out and being different and being the anomaly, that people should sell that because it's so different, right? Where everyone else is like, oh, we have great facilities and great businesses and great bandwidth and things like that, where actually maybe this is the thing that they should be selling, from a unique identifier. And so have you had those conversations with them, and like, why isn't this more on the forefront of something that could be sold where it's very, very...
Yeah, I think early childhood, people think of it more as a human services issue versus an economic. And I think, looking at workforce 20 years down the road, or I don't know, I think our business community, it's something that we've got to push on, and get more people involved looking at it as a business issue. It's the business model for early, it doesn't work. And how do we make that work? Do we continue to advocate for federal funding, state funding, which is trickling down? Or do we as a community say, this is so important, we've got to get more involved and understand this and figure out how to fill gaps in our system? Childcare is the largest expense for a family. So an infant, I don't even know here regionally, but imagine at least $200 a week for childcare for an infant. That's $800 a month. That's a large expense for a young family. You can't charge a whole lot more, and you're limited on the number of children you can have. It's a very highly regulated industry. So we can't charge more to our customers, but again, we really need to pay people more, and we need a higher quality service. And there's just not enough wiggle room to do that with the current business model.